What's up my fellow Cobras, and welcome back to another Joe Cobra video. And yes, the Master Chief is finally back once again to save mankind, and I'm super excited to bring you my campaign review of the long awaited Halo Infinite, which is developed by 343 Industries and published by Xbox Game Studios. It is the 6th main entry in the Halo series and continues the story of the Master Chief following the events of Halo 5 Guardians. And before we begin, for those of you who are new to my channel, then please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up once you've done watching, and hit the bell button so you never miss any of my latest videos. So I have finished the campaign and I have put countless hours into the multiplayer, but is this one of the best Halo games, or is it just another misstep like Halo 5 Guardians? Let's get to it. Halo Infinite is unlike any other Halo game that I've played before, but don't worry, this is a good thing. The game can take some time to get going, but once you reach the open world, you will soon realize that 343 switching most of the game to an open world style was clearly the right move. That gives the series a new and fresh feel to the more open corridor style Halo games that have come before. Halo Infinite is set 2 years after the conclusion of Halo 5 and 6 months after the brutal alien faction known as the Banished seized control of the Zeta Halo ring, which is one of the ancient superweapons capable of wiping out all life in the galaxy. You're back in the boots of Master Chief, and this time owning the Master Chief. And this time you have just one goal, and that's to put an end to the Banished threat. That involves playing through the main quest, plus a load of side missions like disrupting Banished activities and rescuing captured Marines from certain death, as well as actual boss battles this time round, which are a new addition to Halo. All of them with special AI, making them real tough, especially in the higher difficulties. So make sure you come into these fights prepared.
Escherum's orders are that you should be brought before him. He did not specify in how many pieces.
Halo Infinite seems to have taken a lot of things from Halo 1 and 3, but on a much grander scale. I also felt that developer 343 Industries took a lot of inspiration from other open world franchises such as Far Cry. But unlike Far Cry, the open world isn't crammed with boring side missions and shitty fetch quests. Instead, it has you running around reclaiming UNSC bases to uncover side missions, saving fellow Marines, or destroying enemy propaganda stations. Completing side missions increases your valor, which lets you unlock new and better weaponry. Reclaiming a base doesn't unlock everything though, so there are still plenty of reasons to run around and explore. Master Chief can also level up certain parts of his gear, which is new to Halo, like the super fun grapple hook, core shields and thrusters. They can all be upgraded, making Master Chief even more of a badass.
We need to run!
I need a weapon.
Weapon? This is all I've got.
It's enough.
And when it comes to the actual map, the most important thing is that it's all about what you choose to do. While Chief's new AI companion, the Weapon, will push you to complete story missions, you're actually free to ignore her and just do whatever you like. You can go find various collectibles like skulls and story-driven voice recordings, upgrade Master Chief, complete side missions, or just have fun exploring the map with the always super fun vehicles at your disposal. And Halo Infinite's grapple accessory, which made me feel like Spider-Man, is easily the single most important new feature in the game. Using it along with the existing sprint and clamber abilities means that getting around the Zeta Halo was always loads of fun. But despite everything new, Halo Infinite still feels familiar, which is great. It really reminded me actually of the first Halo game, specifically the second level Halo, in which you explore the ring world for the very first time. And that is a really good thing, as all those great memories came flooding back.
Chief? Chief, can you hear me? At last. Are you all right? Can you move? Yeah, there's the impact. There's nothing we can do.
The similarities between Halo Infinite and the level Halo are really so obvious that it feels as though the level was the blueprint 343 used to create the new game. 343 did say actually that Halo Infinite would be a spiritual reboot, returning to the spirit of the classic Halo games while still offering something new. Well, I think they definitely got that right. Although I just wish some of the map was a little bit different, with maybe some snow or desert style levels to change things up a bit. As for the enemies, well, the developers have actually managed to make the grunt enemies truly funny again. The little fuckers are constantly talking smack when you encounter them, and there were several points where I had to actually pause due to some of their hilarious dialogue.
Do all humans cry like babies when they're about to die? Or just the Spartans we filleted? Warriors, retreat! This ain't how it was supposed to go at all! I'm gonna punch you in your gas hole, mouth breather! I'm innocent! Listen me, I just got here!
The grunts haven't been this funny since I first saw them running away from me screaming in Halo on the original Xbox. The sound work for the Halo games has always been one of its strongest attributes, and here it is better than ever, with a mix of wonderful Halo scores both new and old playing throughout the campaign. Every weapon sounds amazing, and they all have a hefty kick to them, including the brand new weapons, and always felt great when unloading a clip on enemies. Likewise, the voice actors all turn in powerful performances that elevate the game even further, with the legendary Steve Downes as the voice of Master Chief, who has been doing the voice for the big guy since day one, and he gives another masterful performance here. And of course Jennifer Taylor, who has also been the voice of Cortana from day one, as well as the weapon, and Dr. Halsey, does another fine job here too. And I must give a shout out to the guy who voiced the main villain War Chief Escharum. He really made the character sound menacing, and I really enjoyed his performance.
The UNSC lost this war months ago. Your people are broken, scattered, hunted, defeated by me. I wish I could tell you it was difficult, but it wasn't.
As for the story, well, let's just say it's nowhere near as bad as Halo 5's. Without going into spoilers, obviously, it's been quite some time since I actually found myself really invested in the mystery of the franchise's plot. Where is Cortana? What are the Banished actually up to? And what went on in the 6 months since their initial assault on the ring? The game tries really hard to explain it and does pretty well, while also trying to leave Halo 5's plot behind. But that's not to say that there aren't any downsides to the main quest. Many missions stick to the old school linear Halo formula, so if you never enjoyed running around Forerunner ruins, Halo Infinite isn't going to win you over, and the ending still left me with some questions unanswered. But make no mistake guys, Master Chief is back in a big way, and I'm really excited to see where 343 take the story next. Unfortunately, there is currently no way to repeat campaign missions, which is a strange omission here. So finding most of your missing collectibles or trying to go for those certain collectible achievements will mean you will have to start from the beginning. But thankfully, 343 are going to make this possible with an update very soon. There is also no co-op campaign at launch, which means you have to experience the whole game solo, as well as some missing multiplayer modes and the Forge mode, all unfortunately coming mid next year. But even still, what is already here is super polished and still feels like a great package, and most important of all, I am just really happy to finally have the good old Master Chief back. So, my final score for Halo Infinite is a real badass 9 out of 10. And, of course, it gets my Joe Cobra's stamp of approval. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the review guys, and I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas with your friends and family. And as for me, my last video of the year will be my top 10 games of 2021, so keep an eye out for that one. And then I think I will be taking a well-earned break from YouTube for a while next year. But if I do start missing it, I will be back sooner than expected. Who knows, we shall see. So thanks again guys, take care out there, enjoy the Christmas festivities, and I will see you all on the next Joe Cobra video. God bless, bye bye.